means our pole sitter in GSX is starting on the right side alongside an LMP3 category car. And here's the problem. We thought we might see this. I think we're going to see penalties for the start. Cars three abreast as they came across the line. You must maintain and guard the pole sitter around.
Yeah, it was contact, I think, between him and Dan Goldberg. They get into the braking area.
That's three cars side by side. That is not maintaining your road. Now down into turn one, Garg locks up that left front, and around he goes, and really a good evasive maneuver
and that's a no-no. Uh-oh, there's Sebastian Carazo goes around in that Kelimos. The Allied Auto Group Porsche Cayman is spinning around in the grass there, and there's no grip at all on that grass, but he has got that car back under Allman that leads the way. Let's have another look. He is side by side, isn't he? Ooh, that swapped ends quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, that was
bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, he's down, he's on the inside, but I don't know how he got there. I don't know if they're coming off the corner, top of the screen.
Yeah, okay,
contact,
so wheel-to-wheel contact between those cars. They just sort of hooked the cambers. These cars run quite a bit of
negative pressure on the 96 of Vin Barletta. BMW versus BMW. That is the F82 and a problem for Lance Willsey.
Yeah, Lance Willsey, he just moved up to third position. He'd got past Mirco Schultis in number 18 car last time around. I think that's that turn 6 on chicane. He hit hard with the left rear, destroyed that car yesterday, and they were late last night. They were thrown out of the garage, I think, at 11 o'clock last night, and had to come in this morning and finish off the repair job as we see this battle. Whoa, there's Vin Barletta goes around.
He just gotten around Colas.
He just got up into that third position in the class, Vin, but he got a little bit greedy in turn one, trying to carry a little bit too much speed.
It was a great move. I had to brake a little bit earlier. Watch the brake light come off. There's the brake light off, and as soon as he comes off the brake, he just hadn't slowed the car down enough. He comes off the brake, the car gets light, sits back up on its suspension, and around it goes.
Yeah, around it goes, and he's left kicking himself. Dan Goldberg, and this time around, Bijoy Garg, he started on the outside of the road this time. He learned from yesterday, didn't carry too much speed into the first corner, didn't spin, but he did lose a position.
Believe that might be the 54 car in turn 6, and I think there is contact with the tire wall. You see it askew there. This could bring out a full course caution.
Yeah, that's the MLT.
Take a look at the safety worker down at the right front of the car. The mirror flaps up. Good catch. Get temperature and pressure in those Michelin tires, and for Carazo, he was seeing if he could take advantage of it, and Neal with a problem.
Yeah, Scott Neal going backwards there at turn 6, so another car in the wall there. It's you know,
to Lance Willsey. Look at Willsey. He doesn't get a good start. He's about the 5th car back. The red, white, and blue entry in the middle of your picture. And Schultis, it looks like Schultis actually comes down on Willsey. I thought maybe Lance had moved a little bit, but end of his Ligier chassis from Junior 3 Racing. Team did a great job of getting it back together, but we saw traffic yesterday, Jeremy. Slow these cars down, and Garg goes around. That's the same place that he had the problem that I was just talking about in practice. This one developed for a completely different reason. In practice,
the lead in GSX. That's for a replay here of what happened there. Bijoy Garg just got a little bit offline, trying to go around the outside of the GSX leader into the Le Mans chicane. Carried a little bit too much speed through there, and that was a great avoidance. There's contact amongst the leaders.
Drama in the GSX category. Running Wilmot had a good run going. Let's see what happens. Prototypes involved in Uretsky. Maybe he looked in the mirror to see what Courtney Crone was doing, but Uretsky hard into the back of Wilmot and turns him.
Yeah, unfortunately so. And Patrick Neal's place. And he's passed 4 or 5 cars in the GSX category this afternoon.
Uretsky serves the drive-through penalty for the contact, and a problem for the 18. Again, working your way through traffic, and this is where we're learning how to deal with each other. Take a look at Schultis. He thinks he's going to go around the high side, gets up in the gray, and then just drops a wheel off in the grass. And you got to think about the damage that he has with all that bodywork missing off the left front.
Just over 8 minutes left, and if you have a team with Mario Farnbacher on it, Calvin, you let him qualify the Acura, don't you?
Why not? There's a problem for the NTE number 42 Lamborghini Huracan there. Quick loop around. Qualifying points potentially, get that grid position. Or there you see a little lazy spin there coming through turn 1, I believe.
I think you're right. If you put your coming up, correct?
That's right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, 17. Lock up there. I think that's into the international horseshoe as well.
Anthony Mantella getting it wrong.
Program this year. You see where he is. He's already backwards there, so one would assume he just locked up the rears a bit too much rear. Brake bias. Again, it's like yanking on an e-brake.
There's Luca Mars again. This is not a good lap. He's done some damage to those Michelin tires.
Great news because you have to basically start the race on your qualifying tires, and oh, he just really committed there. Got that oscillation going. Leapt over the curb, carrying a bit too much speed. I'll be surprised if all Corvette Racing's program, Dave, for next. Oh, that's issues for the 8-car. John Farano backs it in. I think that may be down at the Le Mans chicane, possibly on the entry.
And that is heavy damage to that Orca chassis. And at the same time, this has happened in turn 6. Who's that?
It's 55. That's the Proton entry with Fred Poordad behind the wheel. Again, all of these drivers in the 55. Oh, that's going into turn 6. You see it there on the left side of the screen in the tire bomb.
There will be not tears of despair, but hopefully tears of joy.
Oh, no. Nick Tandy is thrown off the road. That's exactly the same spot that John Farano had his issue with in LMP2 qualifying. So this is not what any of these teams need, because spares are not a luxury this race week. So he's not going to be taking any further part in this qualifying session, and you've lost a nose that was probably... He just carried so much speed in there. The nose was pinned. Maybe he had to stay on the brakes with the speed that he carried in there a little bit longer. And we also talked about, you know, Ben Keating gave us a great explanation of how light the car feels. You got that tailwind pushing you in.